It cost you advancing in the CSL playoffs at this point. Here's Hadzaresic. Nice through ball there. DeFreitas! It's in! Akil DeFreitas! 1-0 Capital City.
Well, an absolutely terrific feed by Hadzaresic there as it went through. It broke in between two defenders. De Freitas with a wonderful run. He cut across from his right side of the park, snuck in behind the defence. And as he got in on goal, I thought initially the shot was just going to be a little bit too high. It bounced off the crossbar, down onto it. But here's a long ball here by Bagby. Hadzaresic, terrific control, lovely second touch. And right here, that's that killer pass. He splits the defence. And there's the shot. De Freitas has to take a second look at it. Terrific run, a blind run behind the defenders. And it takes two bounces off the crossbar to go in behind. But a terrific.
Welcome back to Terry Fox Athletic Facility. A good first half for Capital City. Akil DeFreitas sniping in the 11th minute. Capital City leading the Montreal Impact Academy 1-0. Standing by now with the director of the OSA's new initiative, Soccer and Settlement, Javier Claveo. Javier, could you just tell us a little bit about this program, great program, which is trying to incorporate newcomers into Canada through soccer?
Well, thank you for this opportunity. Yes, certainly we've started with our new project, Soccer and Settlement, by the Ontario Soccer Association back in June, hoping to really connect newcomers to the country, obviously through soccer. Soccer is a very international, a very universal sport. They do when they get here. It's just that they don't know the system. They don't know, which clubs are in the city. They don't know, they don't know about Capital City FC. So as much as possible, we just go out there, from schools to community centers to whatever newcomers go, from language schools, to ensure that we know that we exist, that we're here to help them, but not only to connect them to clubs, for them to play, but also to provide them with coaching and referee, opportunities so they become coach and get a certification to be able to contribute, in their new country now.
It's a fantastic program, and as you say, it's such a global reach that the game of soccer has. In the early months the program has been running for this first year, how's it been received?
Well, so far so good. We've had a really, well, feedback from every person that we've spoken to, be it from different, from school boards, even from the community organizations, even to the clubs themselves. So in the past, we've had already a community event at Colton University on the 24th of September. We did also a good a program today for kids, and also we have a coaching clinic with Sean Harris, providing the coaching clinic for those newcomers to get an opportunity about the soccer here in the city. And coming up on the 5th of November, we have a referee clinic, a referee course over a couple of weekends, 16 hours, hoping to train up to 80 new referees in the city over the next few months.
Fantastic events, as you say. You had a community day, which unfortunately was postponed by Mother Nature 2 weeks ago, where this was a little bit later in the season and starting. Year one's going very well. What kind of aims do you have as you go through to year two when you get a full year really at it?
That's right, especially with a full, with a full season. Well, we hope to obviously see many of the newcomers understand about the opportunities that they have within the soccer system in Ottawa and Ontario, with close to over 250,000 people involved in the sport, in different age groups. So hopefully by the start of next season, we'll see many of them involved one way or another with the clubs in their vicinity. So that's pretty much our main aim, and not only by doing so, hopefully they will be able to make new friends and also actually feel more comfortable now in their new country.
Javier, it's a fantastic initiative, and thank you very much for telling us.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Javier Claveo, the director of Soccer and Settlement. As we go to break, you see Andre Manders. He keeping Capital City's 1-0 lead intact. Back with more halftime coverage. After this, you're watching Capital City FC on Rogers TV. Welcome back, and you see some fans at Terry Fox enjoying the first half as Capital City FC takes a 1-0 lead into the half. And nobody really enjoys the game more than the folks with the Bytown Boys. And standing by with one of the co-founders, Aaron Hooper. Aaron, first tell us about the Supporters Club, the idea around starting it, and when this really kind of first took its birth.
So really it started a month before the season was supposed to begin, and it all began on Facebook. kind of one person putting out the idea as a group and then spreading it on the Capital City Facebook page, and then from there it grew to over 100 people on our site. And now we have a regular amount of members coming, and we just come here to really show Ottawa that we are a soccer city, and to show the other leagues that Capital City is the best team in the country, and to really bring that energy to the game to help the boys out.
Now, obviously, Capital City is in their first season, so many of you will be soccer fans from other areas. So what's your soccer background in the city?
Well, I was playing for Cap United this past summer, and then I tore my ACL, actually, and a month before I was supposed to go to a university showcase, and I just got surgery, so I'm hoping to get back in 5 months and play again.
Best of luck on the recovery. Now, the experience of the supporters group in the game, it sounds tremendous, and you can certainly hear the energy of the crowd. Talk a little bit about the in-game experience that you've been able to create throughout the season, and some of the things that you've been able to do. I know recently you took a group of supporters to Montreal, and so I mean that's got to be had to have been tremendously exciting.
Yeah, well, that was pretty exciting. That was put on by the club, who sent us to Montreal to really support them, so we can have a really energetic time and try and create that atmosphere anywhere we go. We want to create a home atmosphere, and especially at the games, we try to make it very passionate, so it's like we have a craving of it every time we leave, so we can come back and support it 150% every time.
And you say the group is being communicated through by you have a Facebook page and you have a Twitter handle. I will put the Twitter handle up for people to come and follow you. Yeah. How has it been gathering new supporters throughout the year?
Well, at the beginning it was quite hard trying to get people out, just because not a lot of people knew about Capital City FC. So we did a couple of things on our own. So now that we got a lot more supporters, we're just trying to get the word out there that we have a supporters club, and that it will be here for a long time. And we hope that everyone in Ottawa comes out and makes it a 1,000 people supporter club.
Looking forward to season 2, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Better season.
Better season, upwards and onwards. Thank you very much, Aaron.
Thank you.
Aaron Hooper, co-founder of the Bytown Boys SC Supporters Club for Capital City FC. Stay tuned, the second half is up next. Van Mooney has the call. Capital City FC leading Montreal Impact Academy 1-0 here on Rogers TV.
At midfield, Hadzaresic up the left side, Will Boger. Boger back for Hadzaresic as they try to set something up offensively. Hadzaresic with some wonderful skill in the back of the goal. What an effort! Mahar Hadzaresic, 2-0 Capital City.
An absolutely sublime piece of soccer there at the edge of the 18-yard box. It looked as if he possibly was looking to play a 1-2 at the edge of the 18-yard box. When he saw he'd gotten away from the first defender, he put his head up, and all he could see in front of him was the goalkeeper. An absolutely terrific finish. Wonderful vision to know exactly where to go. And we did talk about him having a wonderful first half, leading the line so well. Good vision by Boger, though, to see Hadzaresic. Right here's the key moment. Not strong enough in the tackle. He just goes around two defenders like they're pylons, Dan. The advancing goalkeeper can't make the stop. Ball into the wide open net. 2-0, and it is going to be an absolutely wonderful achievement for this first-year team. Handshakes all around for everyone. They were in a game here this afternoon. They certainly knew they needed to make sure they did the job, and if we're looking at a player of the game, we haven't had an awful lot of chance to talk to him, but Amir Zarezic, certainly the player this afternoon. An assist, a goal. The man on your camera right there that we can see, Mahir Hadzaresic, with our Player of the Game award this afternoon.
Indeed, Mahir Hadzaresic, worthy of our Kunstad Sports Man of the Match. Sean Harris and the Capital City FC are going to the semifinals by virtue of a 3-2 aggregate victory over the Montreal Impact Academy. A great match. Capital City remains alive to play another day. Montreal season is over. For Gord Smith and our entire Rogers TV crew, I'm Dan Mooney, along with Steve Stringer. Thanks so much for the company, folks. Capital City FC with a 2-1 win over Montreal Impact. They go to the CSL semifinals. So long from Mooney's Bay.